Hey guys, this video took a lot of time to edit and record, so I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. And if you're just here to get a good gun, to get a lot of kills, I'm going to put this in now so you don't have to watch the whole video. I recommend the M4, the AK-47, or maybe an MP5 on a smaller map with corners. And I hope you enjoy the video. Today, I'm going to be reviewing every single gun in Pavlov on a scale 1 to 10. Starting off with the AUG, naturally a burst fire, nice magazine reload, comes with an ACOG, does pretty good damage. I'm going to give it a 8. Now we've got the M4. This is definitely one of the best guns in the game. Easy quick reload, bolt release. You can slide this if you want. Good damage. 10 out of 10. AK-47, you can do a cool reload with it. Semi-fire and also full auto. You can one-tap head. It's a really good gun to get a lot of kills with. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. AK-12. It is the Mr. Recoil, though. This thing has more recoil than anything rightfully should. Personally, I don't use it that much. It can one-tap head. It does pretty good damage. You can put different gear. You can upgrade it. So you can put sights, lasers on it, I believe. Which you can't with the AK-47. 8 out of 10. This is the Galil. I think that's how you say it. Pretty good, honestly. Not super used. Not a huge fan of the sights. Does good damage. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. We've got the M16. Naturally, it's a burst fire. You can switch it to semi. Nice, easy reload. Bolt release with a button. I prefer the M4 over this gun. Give it an 8. This gun's pretty good. It has its situations where it's good. You can one tap on the head or 2 shots to the body. You have to do each bullet individually. But you can also take bullets off of this, which I think is really cool. Not the best out there, honestly. It's a 6 out of 10. Now we got this guy. This guy, before the RC update, was actually one of my favorite guns. I would be on bridge, just absolutely popping headshots across the map. But now after the update, now it's a full auto. You can go to semi. It's just not my favorite anymore. After the update, but before the update, it was probably like a 9. But after the update, it's just kind of 6. Now we got the AWP or whatever it's called. You can one tap on the head or 2 shots to the body. And this one actually has a magazine, so you can just do a quick reload. Super good gun, 9 out of 10. This guy is really good. Comes with this big honking scope. You can drop the magazine. Bolt release with a button. You can one tap head. I think it's 3 hits to the body. Get you a kill. For, I would say, long to medium. You might be in a little trouble up close, but still a really good gun. 10 out of 10. Right here we have the FAMAS, I think it's called, or FAMAS? I don't know, but what I do know is this gun is absolutely dookie. The sights in this gun, it has this weird little mechanism right here to rack a bullet into the chamber. I just don't like this gun. Like when I get it in gun game, I just try to get rid of it as fast as I can, honestly. And it takes a while because the gun sucks, but yeah, this gun's not it. That gun's a 3 out of 10 on it. No, that's a 2 out of 10. That gun is a 2 out of 10. Now we're rocking the SKS. I actually used to rock this gun for a while. It can one tap in the head and I think 3 to the body. And push the Y button, the B button, to just eject whatever's left in there. Actually uses stripper clips. Just gonna feed that in, and then you can either grab it and release it or just push the same button again. Close this if you want. Comes with an ACOG. It's pretty good. Not many people use it, but I'll give it a 7. Now we got the big old 50 BMG, big old honker. One shot anywhere, but it does have this, super slow 1 bullet at a time reload. I'm gonna try to do a reload as fast as I can. But this gun is so cool. It's a 1 hit anywhere. It's a 10 out of 10, honestly. Now I'm pulling up with the P90. This thing is an absolute meat shredder. It goes hog wild. I saw this video where this dude was actually holding it sideways, because when you shoot, the recoil actually pulls to the left and right a lot. So if you have it sideways, you're just spraying up and down now. Very, very interesting. Very, very cool. Yeah, this gun's really good. It's one of the best SMGs for real. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. This little SMG, it's alright. Slower rate of fire than the other guy. Folding stock. You can switch between semi-fire and full auto. It's alright. I don't know. That's alright, really. It's like a 7. We got this funky gun with a funky little magazine that slides on there. This gun's alright. The only time I really use it is when I'm on gun game, and I usually get a kill with it pretty fast, so it's not bad at all. It's just not super commonly used. Definitely a small map kind of gun. You can put it on semi-fire as well. It's a 7. It's alright. Now we got a good gun in here. We got the MP5. Recoil is super manageable. You can switch between semi, burst, and full auto. You can slide that puppy in and out if you want. But super good gun. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. This gun is kind of funky as well. I think it's called AR9. That's what it says on the little thingy over here. AR9. That's pretty cool. Recoil is not bad with this thing. You can do a bolt release. It's a pretty good gun. I kind of forget about it though. I only use it in gun game, and I usually get a kill with it pretty fast. It's a pretty good gun, so I'm gonna give it an 8. It's a pretty good gun. Now we got the RPG. This gun, it's not used super often, but it is super fun when you use it though. This guy, I'm gonna give the RPG a 9 out of 10. It's just cool. We've got the pump shotgun. I actually really enjoy this gun. It just does not hold many shells. That is the main downside for me. Like, the range honestly isn't even that bad. Like, if you're on sand, I've played this gun on sand before, and most of it's, I would say sand is 50-50, close and far. One of my favorite shotguns. So I'm gonna give this a 9. Now we got the auto shotgun. This thing is a meat tenderizer, bro. It's a recoil god too. Like, holy cow, I'm up in the ceiling with that thing. But it's got that recoil for a reason, bro. It's peppering that thing harder than Gordon Ramsay's steak, bro. That thing's got pepper all over it. Pretty awesome gun. It's a 10 out of 10. Now we got the semi-fire shotgun. This thing's alright. It's got a funky stock, but I feel like it doesn't do that much damage really. Definitely would not be my first pick. That's a 6. I don't like this thing. We get the VZZ. This gun comes with an ACOG. Got some full auto action. Looks like it comes with a suppressor like built into it, so that's kind of cool. It's gonna make it quieter and so that you can't see a trail of where the bullet came from, so they can't find you. I just feel like this gun doesn't do much damage. Like, I get it in gun game, which is the only time I use it. It's just kind of sucky, honestly. So I'm gonna give it a 5. Not feeling it. Now we got this funky gun. It's got semi-fire, burst, and full auto. Recoil is really manageable. It just wiggles to the left and right a little bit. Got a fold-in stock if you want. Really interesting gun, but it's like a laser weapon you'd find in Halo. It's pretty cool. Good damage. Honestly, not a bad gun at all. I just don't use it that often, but I'm gonna give it a 7. Now we got the LMG. Pretty good gun. If you run with 2 of these in your hands, gunning people down, you get kills, but you'll also be annoying, and I don't like you. All right, sights. You're not gonna be sniping with this thing. You see how the barrel got hot there? I still have bullets in there, but it made me stop shooting because the barrel was overheating. So if you just hold it down, and if you realize it stopped shooting, might still have bullets because it might just be the barrel heated up and it made you stop. Reloading this thing is kind of a pain too. You have to flip this up, take that off, pop a new boy on, grab those, take them across, lower this, put one in the chamber, and then you're ready spaghetti. This gun, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. We've got the DRACO now. This gun is really good. It's one of my favorite SMGs, honestly. Recoil isn't too crazy. Has really good damage. You can switch to semi-fire too. 10 out of 10. We've got the mini Uzi now. This thing, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling it. You can put it on your hip though. That's kind of cool. It looks like you can put like maybe a laser or something on this, but the sights, I don't feel them. Recoil, that's alright. I just feel like this gun does not get that many kills. I mean, I'm gonna give this a 6. We got the Scorpion now, and this is one of the newer guns, actually. When this thing is in full auto, the first couple of shots are on target. Then it sprays 20 feet above his head, and by the time you get it back down, your magazine is out, so. Tiny magazine, not a lot of damage, a goofy little stock, but when you put it in semi-fire, it's not as bad, but still, overall, it's a 4 out of 10. Now we got the Desert Eagle. This thing is an absolute ripper, bro. You can one tap on the head with it. You can put ACOG. You can put a laser on it. You can kit this thing out. You can put a silencer on it. Super good gun, though. This is definitely a 10. Now we've got the Revolver, and I feel like its main gain to fame is it's the Russian roulette gun. If you put a bullet in there, put it in, it'll spin, and it'll be, like, randomly put in there. So you can play Russian roulette with it. It's slow to reload and annoying if you're left-handed because it opens up on the left side, so it's like just weird. It's a lot easier if you're right-handed because it's just right here. You can one tap on the head with it, so it does pretty good damage. Just super slow reload. I'm gonna give this gun a 7. Now we have the CET9. Before the RC update, it was normally just a single fire, but Now it's a burst, so you have to try to like aim down with it. I'm definitely not good at that. I'm definitely bad at that. But in semi-fire, it's all right. It's an all right gun, honestly. It's like it's an 8. Now we got the shorty. This thing, if you run around with 2 of these, and if you are seeking out to kill one person, you're basically like guaranteed to kill him. If you round the corner and he's just there and you have 2 of these, they're done. This thing does damage. It's a 2-shot. Super fun to just one-hand it. Pop those in, then close that puppy. This gun gets a 9 out of 10. Now we got the 5.7. This is honestly one of my favorite guns in the whole game. Holds a booty load of bullets in it. Let's see, there's one in the chamber. I just put a new magazine in. Let's see how many shots there are. 22 shots, bro. And this thing, it does all right damage. You know, I always wish there was more, but it is what it is when you have 22 shots in a pistol. This gun gets a 10 out of 10. We got the Glock. This thing is naturally a burst. It's pretty good. You can do some good damage with it. You can switch it to semi-fire too. This gun gets an 8. 8. Now we got this gun. You know, because I love the look of a 1911. Like, it just looks great. But this gun in this game just, it sucks, honestly. Like, there's a reason why it's the free gun and why it's the last gun on gun game before the knife. Because it just sucks. I can't get a kill with a whole magazine. I have to reload again just to get one kill when I'm pumping every shot into him. So this gun, maybe I'm just a bad shot, but this gun, it's a 1 out of 10. We got the Beretta, and this gun, it's all right. I would say it's a little bit better than the 1911. Holds more shots, and I don't really enjoy it that much, honestly. It's like, it's a 4, not a huge. All right, now that I've finished all of like the modern day weapons, I'm gonna take my booty over here, open up this door, and do World War II weapons. I think this one's called the Soviet 40 or SVT 40. Semi-fire, does a fair amount of damage, honestly. Magazine reload, super nice. Good damage, good sights. I like this gun. This gun is it's an 8. It's a pretty good gun, honestly. We got the old reliable Mosin. This guy can 1-shot to the head. And I think it's 2 to the body. It's a pretty good gun. Uses stripper clips. Holds 5. The scope that comes with it, it's alright. Definitely is a scope. And if you take the scope off, hold it near your chest, put your hand over it, and do a trigger and grip button over it. I actually really enjoy the iron sights on this gun. Like, I could definitely see me running this with just the iron. This gun's pretty good. Give it an 8. We have the PPSH. I actually personally really enjoy this gun. Recoil really isn't that bad. Good fire rate, pretty good damage. I'm gonna give it a 9. This is a 9. I believe this is called the Tokarev. Pretty good gun, but bullet drops so fast. Like, look, I'm just gonna shoot pretty flat. Doesn't even make it to the end of the shooting range. Drops harder than a brick of potatoes. These things sink faster than the Titanic, bro. These things do not stay afloat for a second. This gun, I don't like it. I don't like this gun. It's like it's a 2, honestly. We have the DP27 with this goofy dinner plate magazine. Sights, definitely don't enjoy. Reloading isn't that bad. Fire rate isn't that bad. Damage is not bad. It's alright if you're looking for some kind of machine gun. This gun, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. We've got the Thompson or Tommy gun. This gun is actually pretty good, I think. The sights are a little weird. I think it does pretty good damage. Bullet drops. Definitely has some bullet drop on it. Not as bad as that one pistol though. Pretty good time to kill, honestly. Like, this gun it's pretty good. This gun's a 9. It's a 9. We've got the trench gun, and this thing is actually dope. And it actually has slam fire too. So if you just hold down the trigger, I'm still holding it down, and as soon as I pump forward, it's gonna shoot. That is sick. Okay, that puts it up higher. This thing's a 9. It's a 9er. We've got the M1 Garand. Pretty alright gun. I'm not a huge fan of peephole sights. It has the iconic M1 Garand noise as well. A new clip. Pop that puppy in there, and you're ready to go. This gun's pretty good. I think it can 1-tap in the head, maybe 3 to the body. I think so. That sounds right. This gun it's an 8. Here we've got the Springfield. Pretty good, honestly. When I take the scope off of it, ooh, I kind of like those irons a lot. Got 5 to put in there. The same as the Mosin. I think this might be Mosin versus the Springfield if you're on different teams. So they're pretty similar guns. I forgot what I gave Mosin. So I'm just gonna give it the same score gun because it's basically the same gun. So that's gonna be right here. We've got the BREN with this weird side iron sight, which is, it's not the greatest if you're left-handed because you're putting the stock through your throat, but definitely not one of my favorite guns. Get to 6. Right here we have the STEN, which looks like it was made in someone's garage. Reload is also kind of weird if you're left-handed because you have to like go underneath and spring it around instead of just sticking it into the side like you would a righty. No semi-fire, just full auto. That's alright. It's a 6. We have the Lee field right here. Oh, the scope is actually kind of cool. You got some like little markings on there. The markings aren't needed for 20 meters away, but definitely cool. Stripper clip reload, scope when it takes it off. Iron sight's alright. I'm just gonna give this the same as I gave the other two. I'll put that right here. We've got the Webley. This gun, it's alright. It's a fair amount of damage. The reload, it's alright. I think I like it more than the other revolver that we saw before, but it's still, it's not it, honestly. Not for me. It's cool to open it and flick it closed, but nah. I think it's a 5. Don't like it. We've got this bazooka with this sights that I don't particularly like. I missed. You know, load that into the back. I just can't use the sights. Then I'm good. Wait a minute. If you just stick your head right through here, that's a humongous brain right there. Aim down the barrel. It's a 5. Not a fan. Now we got the bar. This thing is an absolute machine. Dumps the magazine kind of fast, but you put damage on the board when you use it. The bar is gonna get a 9. I think this is called the PIAT? PIAT? Not 100% sure about that, but it's kind of a weird gun. Oh, you have different like levels for distance. That's kind of sick. And you just put it right in there. There we go. Got myself a hit. Got these little jiggly little things right here. That's cool detail. It's got a big old honking trigger on it though. 2-finger trigger. I'll give it a 6. Still not a huge fan, but it gets a 6. We got the G43. Semi-fire with a magazine, so you can just do a quick reload. Alright, gun. It's alright. It's alright. It's there. It's a 7. We have the Car 98. Pretty good gun. Can 1 tap in the head, 2 to the body. Without the scope. Taking the scope off, we got the irons. Oh, I do like the irons. Oh. Stripper clip, 5 shots. Pretty much the same as all the other ones. That's gonna get the same score as like the Mosin and all of these bolt action World War II rifles. They're all basically the same. 5 shooters with a scope. 1 tap to the head or 2 to the body. So it gets this. We have the MG42. Sight's kind of cool. Very high rate of fire. Take that off. Pop a new one in. Open that up. Take that across. Close. Rack one in. Very high recoil and rate of fire. Shred a dude up. This thing's getting an 8. We've got the STG-44. Recoil isn't too crazy. Nice magazine size. Easy reload. Okay damage. Sights alright. Pretty good gun. It's an 8. We've got the MP40. Super good gun. One of the best guns in the World War II weapons. Fire rate, medium, but it has good damage, good control, good accuracy. Good gun. This is a 10, honestly. This is a 10. We've got the Lugar. Got some weird sights. It's alright. This thing, it basically sucks, honestly. I'm not gonna cap. This thing is on par with the 1911, in my opinion. This thing sucks. Cool looking. Like, that's cool and all, but like, it's not there. This thing, it's a 1. This thing is a 1. This thing sucks. And last but not least, we got the Panzer. This thing, once again, it has sights meant for only righties. Loads in the back. It's basically just used for team deathmatch when you have a tank on the enemy team. You're trying to blow it up. So it does what it does. It's a 5. I prefer this guy right here. This guy's sick. Alright, so that's all the guns in Pavlov. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, hopefully I rated your gun well. If not, leave a comment. Tell me how sucky my list was.